What is going on? Hello, fellow watchers. It is now Tncy time with the Insight of Watatime Service Center. And ladies and gents, you are now listening to AFO Radio or watching to AFO Radio live stream. Now, in just a few moments later, you are going to know what is the regular service for Quartz watch and for an automatic watch. Second is how long does the service normally take and how much does it actually cost? And third thing is why do sometimes the watch is not really accurate? And the last but not least, my favorite question is why do most people will wear their watch at their left hand side? Now, without further ado, let's dive in and welcome my favorite person for today as well, Mark Seng, General Manager of Watatime and President of Malaysia Watch Trade Association. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome. Woo.
Good evening. Hi, Tncy. How are you?
I'm good.
Good to meet you again.
Yes.
You look so pretty. I'm good.
Thank you. Okay, so as I can see today, you are at another place. So what is it that you want to bring to us as we are going to talk about the Insight of Watatime Service Center, right?
Yes, we are now at Watatime Service Center at Taman Shamlin Perkasa. And before we start to go for the tour, we again remind our customer who comes to the service center the government SOP that they need to follow. For example, we have this SOP over here and the diagram, and even we have the QR scan over here. Let's take the tour.
Well, at the same time, I'd like to say hi to Lee Sai Long, hi Jack, hi Daylina, hi Bernard, hi Lee Siu Kian. Thank you so much for watching this live together with us to have a tour of Watatime Service Center. Wow, I can see
the social distancing. And over here at the counter, we have Juan Nora who take care of the service center behind of the counter here. And when the customer comes in, as usual, all right, as form of control, we have the temperature detector, we have the sanitizer for customers who forgot to bring their mask, no problem. Watatime will supply it. And of course, we have the scan code here as well, so that we can record the customer's details. And for those customers who is not having a smartphone, no problem also, we can have this form for them to fill in. This is a beautiful Watatime Service Center with a big logo, nice logo behind. All right, and over on my right here is actually the waiting lounge, okay, for customers who wait for the watches to be repaired or to replace the battery and so forth, or make inquiries about the watches. So this gentleman over here, let me introduce. He is the representative, a Malaysia representative for Graham, Arthur Young. Right?
Oh.
So
I can see there's a very handsome looking gentleman there.
Okay, we'll come back to him later on when he presents the watch. Right now, well, I'm going to sit down for a minute to answer a couple of questions about this time service center thing. Now, the customer can actually sit down, and we have this nice little water here, also labeled Watatime here. Beautiful water, mineral water bottle we have here. So, yeah, there are a lot of people who ask, you know, how long does a watch repair time like? Why my watch is spoiled? Why my watch is working a bit faster and slower? All right, like for Quartz watches, for example, the battery lifespan is between plus minus 2 years, but it's best to do it, replace the battery, the Quartz battery, less than 2 years. Reason why is because after 2 years, if the battery runs flat, well, sometimes, you know, batteries, they may leak. And what happens when it leaks? You know, it will damage the movement.
Okay.
So it's always good to replace the battery before it goes flat. Now, how do you know when it goes flat? Simple. When the battery is about to run flat, you actually jump 4 seconds. Jump 4 seconds. That's the time you need to change.
That's for the Quartz
That's the inside thing. That's for the Quartz watch.
Okay.
Yes. All right. So if let's say assuming you have a lot of Quartz watch and you only choose to wear maybe 2 or 3 out of the 10 Quartz watch, for example. So if, for example, you don't decide to change the battery, for instance, all right? So it's better to remove the battery actually. I mean, the watch without the battery. So as when you want to wear it first, then you change the battery. It will be better at the buy here. But of course, it's better to change all the battery. So as when you need to wear it, you just pick up your watch and go with it. Because nowadays, watch goes with the lifestyle. Dress, a more elegant watch. Sport attire, you wear a sport watch kind of thing. So always get the watch ready to wear kind of thing. All right.
Okay.
And for automatic watches, normally between 3 to 5 years, you need to service it.
3 to 5 years.
Yeah, 3 to 5 years. Well, just imagine. I think everybody knows about cars. All right. Not all knows about watches. Cars have an engine. Under the bonnet, they have an engine. Under watches, under the case, there's also an engine, but a much smaller engine. And also, this engine has oil. All right, that runs the mechanism. For example, automatic watches. So, for instance, after a duration of time, a period of time, the oil runs dry. So what happens? It will damage the mechanism. So you need to service the watch. So within 3 to 5 years, you need to service the watch. So that's the difference between a Quartz watch and the automatic watch. You know, it's a simple understanding of what and is automatic watches.
Okay, but by the looks of it, is there any different though?
Well, there is always written automatic on the dial, and then of course the price different as well. You know, normally from automatic and Quartz is also same brand, probably about $2,000 different. You know, to $3,000 different.
Ah, okay. Now I know the difference.
Yeah, but always people love automatic watches. Yeah, it's in trend. But the only problem about automatic watch, you don't have to change battery all the time, lah. You know, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And the perceived value of the automatic watches is always higher.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, so, then how much how long does it actually use to service once we need to service though? Like for example, how long does a Quartz watch would take to service, and how long would an automatic watch takes for the servicing?
Okay, very briefly, for Quartz watch, if the battery run flat, you just have to come over to Watatime service center. Nora will be behind the counter. We'll take a look at the watch and then send it over to our watchmaker, our specialized technicians, and do the battery change and diagnose the watch if there's any other problem to it. If let's say the watch is dusty, dirty kind of thing, he will remove the movement to actually blow it clean, make sure that it's clean, and replace the battery, and off it goes. It will probably take an hour or two, depending on the queue. Sometimes the queue is longer, so you take up to 2 to 3 hours, but it should not be more than 2 hours.
Okay, well then, like, how much does the cost would it be? Because I believe it is very different for the range of the watches, right?
Yes, it is very much different. The reason why it's different is because the parts, for example, the gasket. Because, for example, if you were take in a watch like, you know, Swiss watch Longines, or even Bloomberg for that matter, or even Bell and Ross kind of thing, you know, the parts of the more reputable Swiss watches is a little bit more expensive, so the charges is slightly different. It all depends on the parts, because whenever you change a battery, not only that you're changing one battery, but you have to change the seal as well. Because, you know, as you know, the seal gasket is actually a rubber gasket. So if you do not change the seal, what happens is that when you clamp it back, you clip it back, you know, so the seal may not be as protective as before. That means the water may just seep in and then damage the watch. So apart changing the battery, the seal will have to be changed. So it depends on the brand again. It ranges from $50 to $250. All depend on the brand.
Okay, so generally it's about 50 to 250.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, like I know that you have mentioned that some of the watch, if we don't, like service it, then it will jump the time for like 4 seconds. So
Yes.
why does sometimes like is there other than this? Is there any other meaning when a watch is not accurate?
Well, the many times my friend said, "Hey, Ma, I need to service my watch. It goes, erratic. You call it erratic, fast and slow,
Mhm.
fast and slow. Sometimes it's because the watch was magnetized. Magnetized
Mhm.
means that uh, handphone can actually magnetize the watch. For example, you're talking too near to the handphone, even computers. The worst thing is that one of my friends, told me, Mark, my watch is erratic. All my watch are erratic. And I said, cannot be. So one day I went to his house. I said, where is your watch? And it actually played on top of the speaker. On top of the speaker. Then I told him, how can you place a watch on the speaker? The reason why is because behind the speaker there's a big magnet. You see? So when you put on top, you actually magnetize the watch. So you make it erratic. So the watch needs to demagnetize it. So that's why the time is not accurate.
Okay, so just try to make sure that our watch is actually like away from the magnet because it would
Yeah.
actually. Okay. That's today. I have to be honest. I've learned a lot of this all this information because I've never know about this. Now I'm pretty sure for all the watches, professional watches over here, you might know all of this. But I'm a new watch beginner, so please don't mind me. Now, of course, if you guys have any much question, you can still continue to comment down below here, and I will read it one by one. Now, my next question for Mark is why do most people, okay, this is a bit, a bit funny, but why do most people would wear that watch at their left hand side? Just like me, I'm wearing my watch at my left hand side too.
I got two.
You got two. Wow.
well,
I wish I can wear
well,
two.
well, I represent the trade, so I wear two watches now. Anyway, most of the people wear on the less dominant hand, which is actually the left hand because this is the dominant hand. So if you wear on the right hand, whatever you do, you write, you type, you work on things, you knock here and there. So you
Mhm.
damage the watch. So normally they wear on the left hand side. It's not a trend, but it is more convenient to wear on the left hand side. But sometimes there are few, collectors who wear expensive watch with big crown here and there. They may want to
Mhm.
choose to wear on the right hand side. Simple is
Okay.
because this crown over here, all right, if you were to wear on the right hand side, it's faced inside. So how you knock it, you won't hit the crown. Or you won't hit the knobs, the lugs. So they wear on the right hand side. But
Oh.
generally, they wear on the left hand side.
Okay, so it depends on whether the crown if it's weak or not, right? Okay.
No, not really. But most of them are wear on the left hand side, less dominant hand. Yeah,
Okay. So unless if there's someone who's left-handed.
yeah. Unless someone is left-handed, you wear on the right hand side. That's true. You got me.
Uh, okay. Now we have one question from Arisham. For Quartz watches, example Tag Heuer Tissot that bought from Watatime and still under warranties, do we need to send it to Watatime or the watchmaker? Well, good question.
Right. That's a fantastic question that everybody needs to know.
Mhm.
Any brand that you buy from Watatime, all right, comes with a warranty by the manufacturer, whether it's Tissot, whether it's Omega, okay, whether it's Boombird, okay, whether it's Longines. So it comes with a 2 years warranty, depend on the distributor years of warranty. Normally it can be 2 years, okay.
Mhm.
Some they have extended one more year. So during this warranty period, if the watch need to repair or change battery, for example, it's Quartz, you
Mhm.
can send over to Watatime. We'll provide you all the service. You send it to us. We make sure that this watch is well taken care. All right. Then we'll send it over to the distributor for them to replace it for you. Only yes, because it's under warranty by the manufacturer themselves.
Mhm.
So for those watches which is our warranty, all right, we have a very very experienced watchmaker here to undertake this servicing and repairs, restoration as well.
Okay.
So
Well,
yeah.
well, I hope that answer Noor Arisham's Bakai's question. Now we have the next question from Three Friend. For automatic watches, is it important to have it wounded all the time? What happens to it is left unwounded for a long time?
Like I say, inside mechanical watches or automatic watches, there's always oil inside there. Now, why people choose to wear it, or
Mhm.
rather to leave it idle, so depend how often they wear it. Now, for example, if you leave it idle, all right, doesn't move. The oil eventually will get also thickened. So
Mhm.
eventually, 3 to 5, you still need to service the watch.
Mhm.
Now, there is a friend who asked me as well, a good customer who asked me, Mark, I want to buy a wash winder. Fantastic, because wash winder does a fantastic work, especially for the ladies. Why ladies? Because if let's say the wash stop, automatic wash will stop. Depends whether it's 36 hours power reserve or 48 hours or 60 hours, for example. Once it stop, but especially for ladies, they have to take out the crown and adjust the time. So sometimes nail spa is quite pretty expensive, so it will
Mhm.
spoil the nails. You see, so you put into this watch winding thing, it will help to keep the wash moving. So as when you need it, you take out the wash from the wash winder and you put on the wrist, and there you go. Now, there's another thing, a small tip for you guys, okay, for today since I'm on this session. For those watches that you do not want to wear automatic watches, my advice is don't put on the wash winder. Because if you
Mm.
put on the wash winder, what happens is that it's just like that car engine. It runs 24/7. Every day it's running even though you're not wearing it. So the wear and tear is always there. So you don't wear it, just leave it idle. That would be better.
Okay, because I know some of them, some of the watches, they would always like just take it and then just shake it as in like they are wearing it so that it is still running and they just put it back.
Yes, shake it, but the shaking part, you see, normally is that automatic watches, you will take 6 to 7 hours, right, to wind up the spring so that you can actually work for the whole day. So if, for example, I'm sitting idle, working, if I leave my watch idle, I'm working for one day. It will
Okay.
not, the automatic will stop because I never wound the watch because it takes 6 to 7 hours to actually power up the power to last the whole day. So for those
Oh.
people who are sitting behind the desk and not moving their hand, this automatic watches probably will stop also. You get what I mean?
Oh. Okay,
Yeah.
yes.
But constantly you're moving your hand here and there, you
Yeah.
makan, you drink, you chit chat kind of thing. So it's no problem. So as long as the rotor behind there's a rotor moving, you actually
Mhm.
winds up the power. So it's not a problem.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Mark, for all the questions. And now I have another question for you. Is that are you going to show us about your Watatime Service Center first or
Yeah,
the Braham watches? Yeah.
that's the highlight of this evening. Come, let me
Yes.
take you a tour.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay. Well, it's huge though. Oh,
It's huge. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
yeah.
It's all fully equipped, and we have this very master technician behind the counter to do the repair and the restoration. And over here, for example, while I'm sitting there, customer are sitting there, I can come over to watch
Mhm.
how the master maker repair or replace the battery. And even over here, I have this marking here. You
Hmm.
saw the marking? This is so-called again social distancing. Maybe I have 2 or 3 customers, so they can actually space out themselves and have a look over here as well.
So this
So this
place
is
is actually open for public?
it's open for public. Anyone can walk in. 10 to
Okay.
6 o'clock. You can walk in anytime.
Okay. Well, that
Yeah.
looks like a
Saturday, Sunday
science
we are
lab.
closed. Yeah.
Saturday, Sunday.
Monday to Friday. Yeah.
Okay.
Monday to Friday, walk in from 10 to 6. We are open.
Okay. So
All
Monday to
right.
Friday,
Let's
10 to 6.
let's take a walk here. Hi, Puspa. How are you? Puspa is another lady who's in charge of the repair center as well.
Hi. Wow.
Yes.
I would love to
And
look
here
at
we
that.
are. This is our master maker, Mr. Hao. Our master maker, Mr. Yap here. Two
Okay.
very experienced watchmaker. Now, what I'm going to go through today is how equipped is this service center? I have still a lot of equipment, but there are some big equipment which is another area. But this is a slightly adequate enough to put all these equipment over here, the smaller of it. For example, I'm going to take you through this Alma wash cleaning machine here. Okay, Alma is actually the leading brand, German make lah. It's a leading brand in Germany. So you can see here there's 4 jars here. One first jar is actually you place in your wash to clean off your dust, oil residues, wash away all the dirt, and it uses ammonia to cleanse it. So one process takes about 40 minutes. Then it goes into the next process, second jar, which is actually the rinsing jar, we call it. Third jar, also a rinsing jar. That means we have a double rinsing exercise here, double rinsing. Also, it uses a benzene rinsing solution, rinsing solution. So it goes through after this process, ammonia cleaning, you go into the benzene to clean, and then to the next jar, double cleaning, and then next is actually the fourth position, which is actually the heating and drying of the compartment. All right. So this is a whole wash cleaning equipment we have here.
Well, that's a lot of cleaning.
Yeah. Every process takes about 40 minutes to do it. So after cleaning, once this comes out, you'll be as good looking as new watch.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Yeah, shine like a diamond. The next one individual is the Alma hot and the cold blower, where we actually, after washing the normal bracelet, the case, you put on top here to get it dry. Okay, all right. It's a heater here. Next is actually the cyclo motion that you can see in most service center. In every service center, they will have this. And this is all automatic watches. After the two gurus repair their watch, what they do is that they put it onto this cyclo machine to actually let it run. That means it acts as a wrist. It's like an artificial wrist that is moving to wind up the rotor blade so that it moves. And they will check every day the accuracy of these automatic watches.
Oh.
So once this, the QC is here. So once the QC is done, then only, they pass it back to Nora, the check Nora in front of the counter to call the customer to collect their watch. Okay, so this is the QC part of it. Now, All right, the next machine over here is actually the Alma, again, leg control vacuum tester. Okay, this is actually the vacuum test pressure depth to about 5 bar. We have another machine to about 10 bar. 5 bar is 50 meters, 10 bar is 100 meters. And basically this vacuum testing is ideal for most watches. Reason why is because you actually test whether the air escaped from the case. It's different. No, I have to explain here. The vacuum testing and the pressure testing is 2 different processes. The pressure testing is basically is to test, to compact the watch case to force the air in. Okay. Whereas the vacuum testing is basically, to see if the air escaped from the case. So you pressure it and see whether the bubbles escape out from the case or not. But this is more ideal. So there's 2. And this is actually the version tester up to 120 meters, 12 bars. Okay, what you do is that you hang the watch on top, you take it out, hang the watch on top, you submerge it into the water, you pump it, and slowly receive a pump, all right, and see whether there is any leakage out from the case or not. So it's just like a bubble. If there's a bubble, it means that it's leaking. So the cause of this leaking is because of cracked glass. It could be because of the gasket which is spoiled. All right, maybe a damaged case back kind of thing. It could be very likely of these 3 things.
Okay.
All right. Then we have this Alma automatic accuracy tester. This is for automatic watch. Okay, and this is actually for Quartz watches. 3-in-1, where you actually test the battery. You can actually demagnetize the Quartz watches. So we talk about demagnetize, demagnetize the Quartz watches. All right, and yeah, it will be a perfect machine for Quartz watches. And then this is all the wrench. There's 3 types of wrench here. One
Okay,
is
so
to
that's
close.
what.
It's all closed. This wrench is basically to close the case, open and close the case.
Okay.
Why 3 is because some are actually what you call clipping. That means that when you remove the back case, right, when you want to put it back, this is the clapping machine which actually presses down. You clap it in. And this is actually not the clapping one. This is actually, it goes in, winding down.
Okay.
Back case, right? And this is another machine where most of the watches nowadays, in this modern world, a lot of time, okay, let me explain this. The movement are taken from the back. It means you take it out. The movement, you can actually take it out from the back. But this one, some of the watches, the movement are removed from the top. So when you remove from the top, when you want to close it back, you use this to close back the glass case. So not all watches are removed from the back. Some are removed from the front, but very rare. So we have this also available.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's see.
That's really a lot.
Watch. Yeah, there's a lot of equipment here.
Yeah.
And explaining all the tools that we have over here. And let's see what our master maker Yap is doing right now.
Master Yap.
The master Yap. Shifu Yap.
Shifu?
Yap.
Wow, that's a very handsome looking Shifu.
Tall and handsome. And experienced.
Wow.
So what he's doing is that actually, he's removing the movement to clean up the movement and then replacing a battery.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Yes.
Wow.
Now they have replaced a battery.
Wow. Okay. Is it hard to do that?
It's not difficult. I'll give you a 10 days course. You come over. I'll teach you personally.
Yeah, sure. That would be great. Because I've been like, oh my god, I really have to visit the place though, because there's a lot of things for me to explore and learn from there. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting actually, you know.
Yeah.
And let's see what is
another master.
How? Yeah, another master, another Shifu How.
Shifu How. How to do that?
This is mechanical, automatic watches. He's actually, what he's doing is actually removing the parts, or rather, no, he's assembling back the parts. Yeah, he's assembling back after repair.
Okay.
Yes, yeah, that's what he's doing.
Wow, that's like, wow, I can see that all those equipment or all those things is so tiny that he has to put it one by one. Really, we cannot interrupt with this.
You cannot. I think if I'm going to stay here a bit longer, he's going to kick me out already because I'm visiting them. So let's make a move from here. Thank you, Master. Thank you, Shifu. Thank you.
Thank you, our both master. Okay, let's have a look for the next station.
Yeah. So the next highlight we have here is actually the brand that we're going to highlight this evening. It's one of the prominent brands in Malaysia. It's Graham watch. I would let's probably put the clip for a while. Let the viewer enjoy the clip for a couple of seconds to a minute. All right, while I prepare the watch for you guys.
Yes, so.
Tncy.
All right,
Can you
so
hear
that
me?
is what the okay. Oh, so we here comes back to our gentleman from Graham. Now, guys, actually see clearly.
Hello.
Yeah, mic test 1, 2. Inventor of chronograph technology. Yes.
Yes, you are definitely correct. So let me give you a few brief points about Graham. So actually, Graham, we have a signature point where if you can see later on the slide, all our watches will have a feature called a trigger. So what is so special about a trigger is that if you can see, a normal crown on a watch is normally on the right hand side. For a Graham watches, majority of our watches the trigger you would say the crown is on the left hand side. The reason behind it is because we utilize our fastest finger on our hand, which is the thumb, and the thumb is also the most flexible one. So let's move on to our first watch of the day, which is called the Graham Vintage GMT. So as you can see on the slide, um, the slides mention that the dial of the watch is actually uses the brown sunburst with radiant gradient. What makes this watch so special? I will quickly just tell you is that this specific model, which is called the GMT, it does feature a second hand, which actually functions as a second time zone uh, feature. So let's look at the physical watch itself. As you can see here. So this is
Wow.
the yes is a very I would say it's a very eye-catching model. So as I explained just now, if you can look closely at the dial, there is a red tip, arrow kind of red tip, which actually indicate the second time zone, which you can use with this unidirectional rotation case. So this is what it makes this watch special. And for
Mhm.
the leather, for the stripe, it's actually made with a calf leather. So all the
Ah,
watches, yes, all the watches that you'll be seeing today, in total of all four watches, is actually available in Watatime, and Watatime have 7 outlets in total. So
okay.
if and the last point that I want to point out is that with all the trigger features and the second time zone and many more features in the watch, it actually just costs around 30,800 retail price. So that's it.
Mhm.
That's all for the first. Let me have let's have a look again. So this is
Yeah,
the first watch.
I really like the color of the sunburst with the radial gradient. It's like it's the color of the watch is actually shining through whatever or whatever direction that you are looking at it. It's so beautiful with this, and of course the bezel, the unidirectional rotation bezel is just so beautiful
Correct.
together with it. Yes.
Yes. Um, you are absolutely correct because the second watch that I'm going to present is actually it's a very rough and tough base watch. So let's move on to the second one if you don't mind. So
Yeah, of
based on
course.
the slide, you are actually looking at the chronograph steel target model, which the
Mhm.
highlight of there's 2 points of this watch. The first one, if you notice, the casing of this watch, let's have a look at the physical watch. The casing of the watch is actually 47 mm in size, which is a way bigger than the standard size. The reason why Graham choose 47 mm is because we wanted to portray a very muscular and modern, I would say it's so aggressive style. So the second point with this is that, as you can see, the watch itself portrays emphasize, or I would say focus very much on the numbers. It, comparing to the first watch that you just saw just now, it's the numbering is very big and obvious, so that it's luminous also.
So it helps people to actually tell time easier. Yeah. So do you have any feedbacks on the second watch, or should I move on to the third one?
Well, of course, I would love to have a little bit of feedback because I do think that this watch,
Yeah.
especially very suitable for those men who wants to have the bold, large, and masculine with all the strong aviation inspiration, because it literally brings out all the masculine feeling once you straight away wear it to your hands. To be honest, if I wear it, I think I could, like attract a lot of women to me. But then again, I'm a straight person, all right? But so now you may proceed to the next one. Thank you.
Sure. Actually, I would emphasize that actually Graham is generally a rough and tough brand, because
Okay.
the third model that I would actually explain is actually, as you can see from the slide, it has a very eye-catching feature where we call it the swordfish bronze. The main reason why we call it the swordfish bronze is because of the two magnifying portholes on top
Mhm.
of the sapphire glass. So
Mm.
the reason behind this is that we wanted to copy the aggressive fish, or the aggressive attitude of the fish called swordfish. So let's move on to the physical watch. Okay, so the special thing about this is that not only this specific model is actually coated on bronze plus aluminium, you can also see the back of the watch. It's stainless steel plus the black mesh rubber. So it's a very unique piece. For information, this casing is actually 46 in size. So as you notice, most of the Graham watches, our standard size starts from 44 mm. And I have to mention, because this is one of our signature pieces, the retail price actually starts from 39.8 thousand.
39.8. Okay. Well, I
Yeah,
believe that this actually, to be honest, because I've got this slide like prior to this, and out of
yeah,
all these watches, the watch that really catch my eyes is really this watch because of
the swordfish.
the cat of the fish or the swordfish bronze, right? It just brings out this
Correct.
like once I watch it, then it's like wow, this is so stunning. It's like I love this watch. Okay.
Correct. This actually, I would say that Graham, we target a very niche kind of customers. So most
Yeah.
of our designs, including the swordfish bronze that was very eye-catching with the bronze, we do
Mm-hmm.
have a very out of the box design, because I do believe we are one of the first who have the swordfish design, where we have the two magnifying portholes on the
Mhm.
glass itself. Yeah.
Even
So
the bezel and the hands is very different, and the bezel is very thick
yes,
and it's very bold as well. And I love
yes,
it so
we
much.
Yes, we do emphasize on the manliness, I would say, the rough and tough for all our watches, in fact. So I will move on to the last piece of the day. The last piece of
Mhm.
the day, it's a very classic one, but as you can see,
Okay. I think we do have a little bit technical problem for the voice because your voice has turned it to a slightly cuter voice now. But of course, with this product, it's actually what we call as Chrono Fighter vintage aircraft, I believe. And while waiting for him to explain this watch to us, I would like to strengthen out Tncy his or her comment. Whoa, Swordfish, most recognized Graham design, I think. Yes, it is. Like once like when I look at these four pictures, to be honest, I really love this watch because it's like it's very unique. It's not just nice, it's unique and bold at the same time. What like whoever wear this watch, I'll be like, huh, that's a nice watch. But of course, that all the watch from Graham today, it brings out or represents different feelings of of it. So to be honest, if you ask me which one is the watch that I like the most, I would say I love it all. Now, with this, let me just have a look, or let us all just have a look with the last watch for today while waiting for them to come back here. Now, this Chrono Fighter vintage aircraft, black riveted with radial gradient. Okay, now I love this watch not because of the design, but of course it's still because of the design, but especially because of the radial gradient, the riveted gradient. As you guys can see, look at the dial area. It's just like, oh my god, it's like I'm at another world whereby I'm covered with all the riveted gradient. Yeah, I don't know what am I saying, but I feel like I'm in a fantasy world just by looking at this watch, guys. And of course, it comes with limited edition serial number as well. Oh wow, okay, so for this edition, for the whole world, I guess, for the whole world, it's actually 250 pieces only. Wow, so it's really, really limited edition. So of course, for those of you, if you are interested, then of course, you should really head on to AFO, no, not AFO, but Watatime in order to purchase it. And of course, we do have our promo code. Now, if all of you, if some of you who have watched us from our previous live, you would actually know that we do have our own promo code, right? So our own promo code from AFO Radio is actually AFO WATA, AFOWATA. So if you want to purchase any of our watch from Watatime, remember to key in this code because you will get an additional 500 to or 1,000 gift voucher. So with that voucher, the next purchase, you can straight away use that as a, oh, I'm so excited right now. So you can actually use that as a discount. So for example, your next purchase, if your watch is about, you know, like 900 something, then you can straight away use your 1,000 voucher in order to purchase it, yeah? So let me just have a look. Yeah, Tan Kui Ni. Collectible, yes, sexy, interesting. Graham is such a masculine yet sexy piece. Yes, I agree. It's like, oh my god, like when you look at this, all these Graham watches, right? It's like, whoa, feel it. There's like muscular man on the street, yeah? Okay, now this is going a bit too far, but you know what I mean, yeah? And Christine, wait, love it. Yes, I love it too. Now, of course, I would love to have all of your comments to tell me which of the watch is your favorite, you know? Because for me personally, if you really want me to choose, I would choose from this Vintage GMT or Steel Target or Swordfish Bronze or Vintage Aircraft. Okay, I would choose Vintage Aircraft. Wow, our gentleman is back. Now I was just having a very great conversation with them. But anyway, welcome back. So what is up right now?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
No, I actually can't hear you. There's something wrong. I
Okay.
think it's thunderstorm over here. There's a thunderstorm over here. Yeah, hang on. I'll do without that mic here. So,
Okay.
Speak a bit louder. Okay. So this one is our last piece is actually called the Aircraft Limited Edition. So as you can see, if to define what is a limited edition in a Graham watch, please look at the casing. There's actually a number here. So the number here is actually this specific model is the 19th unit of 250. It means that the entire worldwide, there's only 250 pieces available. So other than that, this is also categorized as our classic version because we do have our standard 44 mm size. And as you can see, the color, the casing color is actually aged steel black. Plus, actually, we combine it with a black canvas material of the stripe. So it's a limited edition, and it's actually inspired by a military air force military Air Force task force. Yeah. So this is concludes the watches for today.
Okay, thank you so much, gentlemen. All right. Now thank you so much for all your information, of course, and I really appreciate it. Now we do have a comment from Bernard Young, Swordfish for me. All right, I know what you want. Now, of course, if you want to purchase, of course, you have to purchase as soon as possible because we do have our promo code right now. And Bernard, you guessed it right. This Graham brand is actually more than 300 years. So it actually started from 1695 and now it is 2020. So that means it's about 325 years in the world already. So yes, I do love this brand. Although this is like, although I'm new to watch, but I do love this watch. So hi Mark, how are you?
Years. So it actually started from 1695.
Hi, Mark. Okay. Now I believe because of the thunderstorm, now our internet is going a bit slow. So Mark is
I am back. I'm so sorry. I have to apologize to the viewers because there's some technical problem here. It's pretty heavy thunderstorm in Taman Shamlin here. We disrupted the audio a little bit, the internet.
Yeah, me too. Actually, it is the thunderstorm keep on appearing in front of me right now. No. Well, Mark, would you like to tell us what is your promotion that you are going on right now?
Yeah, me too. Actually, it is the thunderstorm will appear in front of me right now.
Let's quickly run through the promotion that we have for all the viewers.
Yes.
Well, we have quite a few ongoing promotion that we have right now. Yes. So maybe let's show it to the viewers and entice them, and excite them as well.
Okay, well, I guess for this moment right now, I think I will take over for here. So these are the photos where you guys can see that is very, very beautiful from all the watches from Graham. So again, if any one of you who's interested, you can purchase it from Watatime website and remember to use the promo code of AFO Water. So right now, the first promotion that we have from Watatime right now, as you guys can see, there was this gift voucher. So as for this gift voucher, now I believe Father's Day is coming soon, right? And which is next month. Next month is June, right? So next month will be Father's Day, and I believe most of you will want to give out some lovely gift to all your daddy out there, or even your boyfriend or your darling, yeah. So right now we have these three gifts. Instead of you giving them ang pao or any of the gift that they might not need, maybe you could give them this. So we have this gift voucher of 100 ringgit, 500 ringgit, and 1,000 ringgit. So you can simply just purchase this gift voucher to your loved ones so that your loved ones could straight away use this voucher to purchase any item or any of the watch from Watatime. All right. So the next promo is Snap and Win J Bouvier timepiece. Now, of course, right now, if there's any one of you who have already encountered or joined this contest, congratulations, you have a higher chance. But if there's any one of you who haven't joined this contest yet, I will surely want all of you to join it right now. So how do you join this contest? First, snap a photo and post it to your social media, Facebook, Instagram, and hashtag I love J Bouvier, ILOVE JBOVIER, J Bouvier, and then you will have you have a chance to win away this J Bovia timepiece watch. All right, and this is not only that, we still have another promotion or another campaign for all of you to join. And this is, you don't have to purchase anything. All right, all you need to do is just to take a picture with yourself, maybe any of your watch, and then hashtag I love J Bovia when you post it to your social media. All right, the next campaign that we have is, okay, so the next campaign we have is this MCO time with Watatime. Yes, so Watatime, they will give away one watch to the winner. So the winner, what do they need to do is as same as how I explained for the J Bovia, so that you will need to simply snap a photo of yourself and post it to your Facebook or Instagram and hashtag I love Watatime. So for example, if you want to get J Bovia watch, then you simply just need to post your picture with your watch and hashtag I love J Bovia. And if you want to get Watatime watch or any of the watch from Watatime, then snap your photo, post it to your social media and hashtag I love Watatime. But if I were you, I would hashtag 2 photos and, you know, post as much as I can. And, you know, there's no rules that you can only post one. So just post as much as you can, yeah? And before I move on to the next contest, let me just have a read through from all of your comments over here. Thanks for the presentation, Arthur. Yes, Arthur, thank you so much for your presentation. And Christopher Kim, the quality of the watches is unmistakable. Yeah. And Bernard, hope my daughter in Hong Kong heard this too. Wow, all you need to do is just to share this live to your daughter in Hong Kong. And maybe you can tag her here, right? Now, the next campaign that we have right now, or is it a campaign? So let's have a look for the next one. Oh, yes. So all of you, I believe you have already heard this a lot throughout the whole presentation. So any one of you, if you are interested to purchase this Graham Watatime watch, Graham watch from Watatime, then you have to really use this code to get your timepiece, all right? It is AFO Wata. So how you can apply this promo code is when you purchase your watch at Watatime website, which you can see the next slide right now. Okay, so the next slide, when you want to purchase, when you add to chart and when you check out, remember from the next slide, remember to key in AFO Wata, as you guys can see. The next slide. Yeah. So next slide, AFO Wata. Only when you key in this code, you will be entitled to get either 500 ringgit voucher or 1,000 ringgit voucher. So 500 ringgit voucher is when you purchase 3,000 and above, and 1,000 ringgit voucher is when you purchase 6,000 and above. Now, of course, the next slide is, yes. So once you have keyed in the promo code, this is where you have to key in. So next slide. So next slide, once you make payment in the Watatime, and you will get an email from Watatime for this promo code, all right? So this promo code is where once you make a payment, and you will get either 500 or 1,000 ringgit of the voucher. And of course, this voucher is applicable for you the next purchase. So maybe next time when you want to purchase any of the watch that is like maybe 900 ringgit, then you can straight away use this 1,000 ringgit voucher for that particular watch. Okay, now I believe that is almost the end. So remember to use the AFO Wata promo code, yeah? Now, I believe it's going to be a little bit slight delay, but Mark, do you have anything that you want to say?
That is like maybe 9 ringgit, then you can straight away use this 1,000 ringgit voucher for that particular watch. Okay, now I believe that is the end. So remember to use the AFO Wata promo code, yeah? Now, I believe
Well, Lord, I have taken quite a lot of time from the viewers and really appreciate it. So if you have any problem or any issue pertaining to watch, please do not hesitate to come to Watatime. Right? We will provide the best service you can ever imagine. And last but not all, stay healthy and stay safe.
All right. Thank you so much, Mark, for all your information and for all your tour at your wonderful service center today. Now, of course, again, guys, if you are interested to go over to Watatime Service Center, please do so every Monday to Friday, 10 to 6 p.m. And if you are interested to purchase any of the watch from Watatime, remember to use the promo code AFOWATA. And I'm your host for today, signing out by Tncy Tan. Thank you so much, and I will see you next. Thank you, guys. Have a great night or evening. Yeah. Bye.